Welcome to another episode of my Motortown playthrough. Today, well, you can see this guy in the background, and that can really only mean one of a few things. And yeah, it really means that I'm going to get me another vehicle. I want to dedicate this episode to making a project car for possibly an event. Yeah, I'm trying to get back into that now, and I have an idea that I want to try out, and I'm pretty confident about it. So, long story short, and without trying to make this any more obfuscated than it needs to be, I want to hold a rallycross event, and I want to do so in a Vista. Shouldn't be the only vehicle. Thankfully, the people on the TWL server have a bit of a database with different cars that fit together in a class. And yeah, I definitely have my eyes set on, or my target set on a Vista, but there are going to be a few other vehicles that could potentially run in the same event. But before I really get into doing anything regarding fully setting up the event, I want to build up my own vehicle and do a bit of a test run. So this is the car right behind us. I'm going to buy it, put it on the car, on the trailer. I mean, theoretically I could even just upgrade it here, but now I set up the entire thing. I'm going to stick with it. I just noticed that since the entire thing is basically right next to a tuning shop, it's a bit weird putting it on the Kira, but I was kind of aching to do this entire thing again. It's kind of a fun bit. Just going to a remote location, grabbing your car, and then putting it on the trailer. So that's what I'm gonna do, even though I might as well have just driven it from this point. Okay, I should have maybe pulled the handbrake on the car. That's, I mean, it's gonna work out. Entire thing is dragging on the floor, so not like it's just gonna roll off on me. Another 40k. Not too much of a problem. By the way, I got a bit of money since I didn't really line that up properly. I got a bit of money from just selling a lot of those military crates. Basically, all the storage that I had before is gone now, but yeah, I got myself a few new fun toys that we might see in another episode sooner or later. Finally got myself a Mixie, so theoretically I could go into the whole construction site business. Although, honestly, that's something that I didn't really ever care for too much outside of building up my own garage. But just bringing stuff to random construction sites all over the map. Could do it at some point, but well, it's not really for me. What was the other thing I bought? I think I got a new trailer. The one that I talked about a while ago, or at least hopefully I mentioned it. I want to get a second trailer for just regular cargo types. So boxes, pallets and all of that. I want to get another flanker trailer, but this time without the sidewalls. And specifically just have it not lowered. So that if there's ever gonna be an off-road job that needs those kind of resources, I can use that trailer and my trusty old Titan. So yeah, that's the state of all of that. And I think I'm just gonna take this over to the large tuning shop just so that I have a bit more space. I can show you guys what's up, and there's also the lighting shop nearby. Got a question about that recently, and today I can just show you guys where I get the lamps from, in case you don't know. It's something that's actually very easy to miss, so yeah, it's a shop that I think I just stumbled on quite a while ago on accident pretty much, or maybe I got the hint in multiplayer. I don't remember. But basically you can add extra lights to your vehicles, and it's a bit of a freeform thing, so it's not like you need to have a vehicle that accepts an additional light bar. You just buy the lights and put it on there. I hopefully get to that today as well. The main course of action today is going to be just trying and setting up the car for off-roading. It has a few nice off-road pieces, which really is going to make it look the part. And from that, yeah, we might even go for a bit of a test ride today. I'm not entirely sure. I have set out some routes that I would like to do for the event, but one of them is pretty long. The other one is kinda the other direction from what I'm going in right now. I mean, there's teleportation, so I could get there, but we have to see about that. You know what, since I'm already talking about it, why not show you guys the routes real quick? Just on the map. One of them would be around this place here. Just starting on this road and going to the northeast until the last point where you could go back onto the fields, which we are going to do. Going over to the left here and then further down this road and this one, and then before ending the lap, just going around the entire fishing village one time, and that would be one lap of that. I tried this out before, it was a lot of fun. Gonna have to see which engine feels right for this one. And the other one would be point-to-point rally, and quite a long one. So it would go from the Namdang sawmill up north into Gappa, around this road over here, then coming back over here, and then further north, taking this road, unless you maybe need some fuel, but I mean that should be fine. And then down into Medium through the Serpentines, further down south and onto the new road. At which point hopefully the field is spread out enough that there won't be too many overtakes, and this shouldn't be a problem because these roads are a bit more narrow. And in the end I think at the intersection over here, that's where we would be stopping. So that's the routes that I have in mind right now, and again there's a bit more testing to be done. I've done the rallycross tank several times in other vehicles, but since I will be using this one and possibly there will be a few others eligible for that event, I want to test it in at least one of those actual event vehicles. God, the brakes didn't work on that. I was braking the entire time since I turned off that road there. I mean, I could have also maybe just aimed a bit better for the area in between the pillars. It would have been an option, but here we are. I mean, at this point you should know that I cannot drive. It should be a given. But yeah, pretty excited to get back into the event stuff. I think it's kind of been missing for me for a while, but yeah, just had to kind of get back in the... Did I again miss out on the parking brake? Also, I should have maybe tilted it up a bit first. Or just put it back all the way and not tilt it at all. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing stuff. As long as nothing breaks, I guess it's fine. So. Also, I've been asked a few episodes ago about putting on the decals while actually filming all of that, so that there would be at least one video with that. I don't think this one is gonna be it. I'll consider it. I'll try it at some point, but I think I want to wait until I have a vehicle where I already have a good idea on what I want to do. And also something that I think would be easy enough to do in a decent time frame. Right now for this one, I want to go with a specific type of paint shop, and apparently it was further to the left. Yeah, this one here. This is gonna look fitting for off-roading. Might add a few more things later down the line, but right now it's this is gonna do. Get some slightly darker tinted glass in there. Something like that. Oh, that kind of looks a bit weird. Yeah. Don't want to have too much brightness in the glass coloring because that just looks odd. But I also noticed that if I go down to 0 from some angles, sometimes if you don't go too high on the opacity, it can look like the glass is just missing. And that's not a good look either. I don't really need black seats. But yeah, something like this. And that's gonna be it for the paint job right now. So now on to the more important stuff. First up, radiator, of course. I mean, that's always gonna be a given. I could also just sell the standard ones. I'm an idiot, I want to press that button. Not really worth much, but hey, having 15 of those is also not really necessary. Do I want to go for... I think this is gonna be more of a tuning thing in the end. I usually rather go for more power instead of more torque, because I feel like torque very often just bites in the back and spins you around. This one already comes with a 240 horsepower engine, so I think I'm gonna keep that in. But of course I want a turbocharger. 5-speed sports. I mean, this one is 30 kilos heavier. HM6, I don't know what's the difference between the two really. Torque converter doesn't really tell me much. Let's go with 6-speed sports anyways. Some of those parts are gonna be quite long straights and all of that. Final drive is something that I'll figure out once I get there. Now this is the question. 2-way clutch or 1.5? I think for off-road, maybe the 2-way clutch is going to give me a bit more grip. We're gonna have to see that. Brake pads, yes please. Brake power, maybe with 150%. That's really something worth testing both on-road and off-road. Just getting to speed and seeing if wheels are just gonna block up all the time. At that point it's not really worth keeping the additional brake power. Anti-roll bar, I'm gonna keep it stock for now. Suspension, I'm definitely gonna go with softer one. Damper, might keep it to stock. Right height is gonna be the interesting part, and this is also the point where I really wish I just took a look at my other character, because I made a vehicle like this before. And I have no idea how that was set up, but I mean, plus 10 centimeters, I might as well try it. Wheel spacer, definitely. And yeah, these are just gonna stick over quite a bit. Angle kit is not something that I think I need, and... Oh, this is the question. It never says that low performance tire is gonna work worse on yeah, dirt roads or something. Drift tires definitely not a good idea, but off-road tires likely are going to be the ones that I need to go for, and I'll just go and buy 2 sets right now. I wish the tire profile actually changed with all of those, that would be nice. There is a wheel set that has sorry, some off-road looking stuff, but I think those are pretty heavy. Yeah, 35 kilos for chunky. I mean, it looks the part, apart from being pretty thin, but I would rather have something like this here, 13 kilos. I mean, I think these are, okay, they are 14. That's not too much worse either. But I kind of like these, so I'm gonna go for them. Kind of fits the paint shop. And now to the aerodynamic stuff. So we could of course go with a wide body, that would also just conceal the outward going wheels again. But I kind of want to go for the steel frame. Other option would of course be this here, but no. So gonna take that for the front bumper. Bonnet has a few options. Either this one or this one. This looks just a bit much, really. I don't know. Or does it? Let's just buy it. Fenders, I mean, see the difference between the first set and the second. I think they are slightly different. But if anything, I would need to go with these here because the other ones are just way too heavy. 20 kilograms and 18, that's a bit much. So yeah, just as a bit of a mud catcher, I'll just go with these. Side skirts, there is a way to uninstall the stock ones. Yeah, no skirts is a good idea here. And rear bumper, just gonna go with this one here. Although they all weigh the same in the end. And there's no way to uninstall them completely. I mean, I could also go with stock. Let's stick with stock for now. I want to sell it. I didn't want to install it. Dang it. No rear window louvers, and I could uninstall the spoiler, saving 5 kilograms. I kind of like this one. Yeah, something like this. I don't really need a taxi license unless it's giving me some sort of technical advantage, but I don't think so. So yeah, that's gonna be the car for now. And I may also want to despawn the trailer or the rollback car now. I don't really need the truck anymore. Gonna check in on the buses in a moment. And then we are going to get a few more light fixtures installed. See, let's quickly repair it and spawn the vehicle. Okay, that's a very soft suspension. I think that may be a bit too much. So suspension spring, yeah, let's go with 120%. Ideally, I would like to have the front a bit harder than the rear, just to improve the handling. But I have to see how that works. Also, this might be alright. I'll need to get to a dirt road and determine how well this is working out before I do any more changes. But one thing I definitely do want to change is the final drive ratio, because this seems way too long right now. Gonna go with 373. I might have to check back in on the other vehicle that I used to have in a similar state as this one. But that's gonna happen after the video. And potentially this one might even be better, who knows. So quickly gonna refresh the buses again. Oops. And jump for joy. I think I want these ones. I can only stack up to 3 at a time, so it doesn't really make much sense to try and buy more, but I think I want at least 4. Okay, so now here comes the trick. First up, I go into first person. And then I try to align myself so that I'm actually looking at the the same way that the car is looking, more like straight back at it. So I need some sort of straight edge or something, and for this I'm gonna take the rear wing, just to see if the bottom of the screen is actually aligning with my with the car. Okay, that looks okay. And now I mean, I can try and look up, but I am not allowed to look left and right anymore, because every lamp that I now put onto the car is going to depend on the direction I'm looking at right now. So yeah, gotta be careful about it, and especially these ones are a bit fiddly. So I like this one here. The slightly above right corner is in line with the front fender thing there. So I'm gonna put it down there, and now I'm just gonna try and move over. Hopefully not messing anything up, and gonna try and install the second one. I think that looks alright, and now basically I need another lamp to finish this. I'm just gonna buy, oh no. I'm gonna buy another one. I thought that now that I got rid of 2 I could buy 3 more, but no, that's not how it works. I mean, I could theoretically just store them on the road here, just drop them there, get another 2, and then yeah, see if that works out. I could have maybe also just gotten rid of the other stuff in my inventory, as I don't need it right now. Maybe that would be a good idea. Do I need more light fixtures? I may want to try one of those light bars, and yeah, I'm just gonna fully overload the front. It's gonna be amazing. So first step once again, and this is why I put down the other lamps over there so that I don't need to do the whole realignment stuff. I should be able to pick them up while still looking in this direction, and I think this is pretty okay. So let's see. I could put more into the frame there. Just like this, and moving over to the left. No, I'm stepping on the other ones. That's far from ideal. This all needs to happen on even level ground. So let's pick this one up as well. I hope we'll get a better way of doing this, like a mirror mode, or even just a way to align the stuff with coordinates. I think that would really help out this entire procedure. It's way too easy to make things asymmetrical if you don't want to, and also way too easy to just not have lights point straight. It's a cool system. I like the freedom that it affords me, but it's also kinda pretty flawed, and for some reason I'm really not putting these in symmetrically. Let's put this one a bit further away. Uninstall the light. Go over to the other side, uninstall as well, and let's try again. I mean, this one is sitting there pretty snugly. Maybe I just need to go a bit further from this one to make that work. Yeah, I think they are pretty good right now. I could have another one on the front here. But I think for that I would rather have my light bar. I really need to look up what the other one looked like in the end. It was really amazing. And I don't think I'm doing the best job at recreating it here. Let's just try this, and then yeah, I don't know. And I don't think we are going to do too much of a test run today. Oh wait, let's just teleport over and do at least one lap around here, just to show you guys how that route is going to work out. Oh, I should have also maybe renamed the Vista. I mean, it's the later one with less mileage, so that checks out. Yeah, this one definitely still needs a shorter final drive ratio. Maybe I should have stuck with the 5-gear transmission. This is basically the start of track here. Somewhere around here will be the starting line, I guess over on this line. Sadly, there's still no way to turn off the traffic, so this entire section is a bit iffy. Yeah, just rub it in. Put it in the ocean. Why not? Oh yeah, I also didn't turn on the lights, so there's no real way to use them right now. I should maybe also do that before the end of the video. Completely forgot about that. But yeah, this one is really not feeling as good as it should right now. Part of it is the final drive ratio being way too long, making the entire thing sluggish, but I think also, yeah, stiffer suspension, stiffer dampers are in order, maybe also anti-roll bars. I'm just gonna look up my setup on the other car after this episode and then I'll go from there, I guess. We should be more in third or fourth gear by now. But yeah, if I set it up correctly, and this is not the correct setup, it should actually not only be a lot of fun, really fast, but also very stable. Having a heavy car in this game really helps with some of the bumps and all of that, gives a lot of stability. And here we are on our way back to the fishing village. And across the road here. And apparently there was a similar tag to this one that I missed in an event that just happened while I was away. It went the other direction, it didn't have this part that I'm about to do right here, and I mean, I don't mean just spinning out, but actually going around the entire village here. That part was not in there, and instead of doing the 2 left turns on the dirt, it would actually cross the road and potentially create a few scenarios with collisions and all of that. So I'm kind of trying to avoid that, even though using this part here, that would be tempting. But yeah, on the other version of this track, they went across here, came back around here, and then later, of course, also took the road back, so this potentially could lead to issues. It's tempting to keep the road, but I mean, that little section of dirt, I don't think it would be worth it. And I also don't think it's worth trying anymore with this car as it is right now. This is definitely not working out. So, quick thing I want to show is that I can actually change the light mode. So I can attach some to headlights, for example, some to the high beams. I could even make some of them interior lights, and that's how those would work. And now when I turn on the regular lights, you can see that some of the other ones are coming on as well. And that's how that entire system works. It's pretty cool. Needs a bit more refinement in my opinion, but it's amazing to have something like this to begin with. And you know what, as a very last bit, since I talked about it, let's try and find the original car. The game just crashed. Yay. Yeah, send and restart, who cares? And we are back. Let's see. Was it on Skira LPD? How many cars do I have? 37, 6, 8. I think it's gonna be this one. I hope I don't pop up at some really weird location. That's alright. So let's check for the vista. Yeah, looks pretty familiar. Slightly different setup with the lamps, but yeah, that's alright. I'm not entirely sure about the ones on the very top there up front. But yeah, I've certainly done a few things differently. I'll check this out. I mean, in case anybody wants to build the entire thing, I should probably show what I have here. So engine, that's 320 horsepower, so that thing is a bit stronger. It has the 6-speed sport. Final drive ratio of 456, but again with another engine, that's a whole nother deal. Actually, lock differential. Okay, I didn't expect that, but alright. Suspension, really important. 120. 150 on the dampers. And 200 on the anti-roll bars, so that it's not shaking that much from left to right. Ride height is fully 10%, so this is actually pretty similar to what I have. I guess it's gonna be mostly the engine, and this thing is damaged like nothing good. So I wasn't that far off, but it definitely needed something stronger to be to actually get going. I think I may try and just tune it for the smaller engine first. See how that works out. And then I'm gonna check out if I can make this version work. I quite like how it feels going off-road, but it may also be quite a handful. I'm gonna have to check out how the tracks feel once I have a proper setup. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thanks for watching and see you guys next time. Bye bye.